Okay, we can play games to get some saltwater taffy. The reason why we want taffy is to get the key out of the grate. So, first game is Gold Rush. I almost said Land Rush. This one I don't even have a strategy per se. I just keep doing this. I guess I try to get it in the donkey one. Because if you get it in purple ones, you lose. That token, but we need 2 tokens. We also
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
a horseshoe token too, which you get by playing this. I'm trying to remember which one wins first. This is basically like choosing which horse wins. I think the red one wins first.
And I lose.
Okay, well, let's go with red again. It's bound to win eventually, or at least that's my thought process. Oh, there you go. Great. So now we've got that, and if we look around
This
more,
looks just like the insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk.
You ain't touching anything over there, are you, missy?
Oops, I'd better go ask permission before I mess with this.
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about 'em, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin, and he went to junior college.
So it's never been opened?
Not since whoever owned it left it here.
I'd really like to see what's inside it.
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy. Unless...
Unless?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay, make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
Gotta love Fatima. She is a great character. let's get back on the train and talk to Charlena Purcell. Try to convince her
More
to give
questions?
us an autograph.
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
So, Charlena wants to use a pen. She has to use a pen. And I know exactly who to ask, so I'm not even going to bother asking anyone else. We have to ask Tino.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be
Always a
that
catch.
hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
This game is a little bit like the game in White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Why am I blanking on the name of it? I'm already doing poorly. Actually, wait, there we go. Fox and Geese. That's the name of it. And you're just trying to get rid of as many of these as you can. You don't want to isolate any of them because then it makes it harder to get rid of it. And I'm about to isolate one right now, but it's because I didn't plan very well. Still not really planning well.
You lost. Guess you're not so smart after all. Try again.
Well, sure.
He used to do that with every one of these, but I don't know, just because I wanted to actually take that, I think. See, these two are probably a lost cause.
I did it! I won!
Talk about luck. Here's your pen. What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Got the pen. So now we can get the autograph. And then we can, just like Frank we're gone.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go. Anything else?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
My publisher thanks you.
So now Fatima will let us try to open the trunk.
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, this is good.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky break we caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Ah, and you found that out when you stopped there so Joe could get a hamburger.
Cheeseburger.
The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless one of us fills in
Love it.
for his short-order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
Way to go, Joe.
Way to go, Frank.
Oh, and get this. Balducci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right here in Copper Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
Joe's gotta have his cheeseburger.
Got that autograph?
Got something better, an autographed picture.
Hot dang! She spelled my name right and everything. Go ahead, little missy. Have a go at that trunk. Whatever's inside it's all yours.
Okay, so now
I
we
need to
have
match that
permission
shape.
to mess with the trunk, but we don't know what the color combination is because, where is it? So to open what's closed, lead is the key. So we need a combination for lead.
There we go.
To find the combination, we have to go to the grave. So we need to use that. Get the key.
Gotcha.
And then first things first, we need to grab this slug. And then here
PB.
is all the color combinations. So lead is PB.
PB.
So we'll definitely use that for opening the trunk. And there's another one here.
This indentation looks
And
familiar.
it says copper, which is CU. So
CU.
we need to use this to open this. Green, red, purple, yellow, orange, blue. And here's our citrine. So now we have all the gemstones, so that's great. The other thing we needed to do in here is to make rubbings of the columns. So she has 4 words, which when translated into numbers and used in combination will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave, so go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. So we have to
In the
make
letter he wrote to his
rubbings.
niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe?
So we're going to need paper and pencil. Nancy already has a pencil. But we're also going to need paper,
I need to match that shape.
which we will find in a second. Okay. PB, red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple.
Well, here's Jake's lamp. Another slug. Could come in handy. But where's his pickaxe?
Let's see if Fatima knows where the pickaxe is.
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
This is such
Why,
an
no,
interesting
you
family.
can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
Hey, I could have just gotten you Charlena's autograph, but instead I got you an autographed picture, which is way better. You owe me.
Oh, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Sure.
I got a bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
You got a deal.
So we get to sort taffy.
Wax
We're
paper
also-
for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Yes, I could let you have a piece.
We're gonna use this for the rubbings. That is a reject. That's a reject. Reject. Apple. Strawberry. No blueberry. No blueberry.
Oh, yeah.
No blueberry. That's weird. Oh. The pickaxe.
Got that taffy sorted?
Finally. That was hard.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
It was pretty tempting, but nope, I sure didn't.
Well, ain't you the goody two-shoes? Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you. Hello?
Hey, it's Frank. I'm in the kitchen of the diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this, he's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason, it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw. Very distracting.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
I love food puzzles. Or chores, or whatever you want to call them. So I really enjoy this. Okay, onions, jalapenos, hot mustard. Jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, cheese.
So do you know what you want to order yet, Edna?
I'm still looking.
Did I tell you that my granddad was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper Gorge? Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that men don't come any crazier than Jake Hurley, or any nicer. Treated my granddaddy real well, and told him stuff. Real important stuff. Stuff he made my granddaddy swear to never ever forget. Stuff that my granddaddy told my daddy, and that my daddy told me. Why don't you get the egg salad, Edna? Eggs are back to being good for you, you know. Seems like just last year all those scientific types were saying your arteries would clog up if you so much as looked at an egg. But nowadays, well, all of a sudden eggs are chock full of vitamins and proteins, and eating them's not only okay. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told my granddaddy things he never told another living soul. Not even his wife. I tell you about her, Edna?
I don't think so.
Camille was her name. Camille Boulet. That's French, you know. Of course, she died so young that poor Jake didn't have time to tell her anything. According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a dizzy spell and fell and hit her head. She didn't take well to the heat, see? And sometimes in the summer, when they were going through the desert, why, that train'd be just like an oven. Anyway, Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail. Now, there's another expression that kind of makes you wonder. Dead as a doornail. How can something be dead if it was never alive to begin with? And why a doornail? Why not something else that begins with a D? Like dish rag or dust mop. Dead as a dust mop. The way my granddaddy died, that was kind of strange, too. I ever tell you how my granddaddy died?
No, I don't think you did.
My daddy, he came home from school one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hand still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from something, like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and back then that was old. Doesn't seem so old now, does it, Edna? Here I am, pushing 93 and still spry as a spring chicken. Spring chicken! Now where do you suppose that expression came from? Why not spring goose or summer chicken? I ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a mine?
A couple years before he died, Granddad told my daddy that Jake found a vein in the mountains somewhere and was mining it all by himself, so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was. What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Abner's charging for a haircut at that shop of his? But the craziest thing Jake Hurley ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me, and it was so bizarre that I remember it to this day, though I sure don't understand how it'd help anybody find his mine. But since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what Crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word. The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Are you sure that's all he said?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
Got anything else?
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From Samuel Clemens.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
When Joe gave it to me, I about flipped. I know I should turn it over to Lori, and I will, but it's just so darn cool.
I still don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything. What?
See you later.
If you need anything, just let us know.
I'm pretty sure the first time I played this, I did not understand that because I was like, yeah, what? But Samuel Clemens is Mark Twain. I guess Mark Twain is his pen name. I don't know. Okay, what are we doing? So we have the gyms. We know where they should go. We still need to make the rubbing, but we might as well just wait. Actually, so let's snoop. Finally get this, and we also need some of this carbide to put in the lamp. So Nancy's gonna take some of that. I think that's all that we need in here. I don't think that there's anything to snoop in Lori's car. Oh. Lori's here. Lori is not supposed to be here. I feel like I messed up the game.
Yes? I hear Tino took you and John on a trek to Jake's mine.
Jake's mine, my eye. We went tramping through the snow, lugging all this equipment John insisted on bringing, and where do we end up? At this teeny tiny, half-rotten, tumble-down outhouse.
He led you to an outhouse?
Well, he said it was the opening to a mine shaft, but then John said if it was, shouldn't the hole be going into the mountain instead of just down? So they stood there arguing until Tino finally grabbed a shovel, went inside, and started digging. What he found was definitely not gold.
What did John say?
He called Tino a moron, and a whole lot of other things I'd rather not repeat.
Bye.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, so we still need to go to John's car to do the piano. And I thought that John didn't have to be there, but I think he is going to be there and he just says it's fine. So... Okay. I don't really want to do that yet. Let's put... okay, wait, oh. Let's just do the pickaxe. So the pickaxe goes there, and you try to turn it, but it breaks.
Oh no. What I need is some duct tape.
So we need duct tape.
What's up?
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me. Turns out Tino had no idea where he was going. Good thing for him, my fingers were frozen stiff. Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box. It's an antique lockbox that I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year. You can open it with either the key, which I just discovered I forgot to bring with me, or the combination, which you're supposed to be able to figure out just by looking at the box. Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there. I've never tried to open it without the key, but if you want that duct tape, go ahead and give it a shot.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
I bet the animals should start from the left shore.
It's just like a Nancy Drew game to make us do a puzzle in order to get something like duct tape. So this puzzle, the animals start on the left and they end on the right. So this goes first. And you're supposed to kind of order the events. So first he takes the panther or cat, I don't know, and puts him at the right side, goes back for the wolf and puts the wolf there, and then he takes the panther back, leaves him here, grabs the peacock, don't ask me why, takes the peacock back, goes back for the panther, and then puts up